My influence would be very relatable in the fact that it's very transparent, very vulnerable sometimes too. I definitely believe in sharing the dark parts of our lives, especially on social media, because people are looking for someone to connect with, to relate to, and whenever they see people sharing, especially someone like an influencer who you may think their life is perfect or whatever, it's definitely not. So I would define my influence as being both parts, like transparent and vulnerable. We're gonna add some stuff. That's gonna happen in pre-production. We got the Fenty. Come on now, Riri. She was on her stuff because she sent it to me early. Ooh, look at it. And I bet it smells really good. We're not gonna waste any time. Freaking delicious. Oh my gosh. This is what Rihanna smells like in a bottle. I just set up my stuff and then I just try to be as organic, and like I really try not to open things like before I actually like do anything with it, because I want everything to be like as authentic and real and like an actual genuine reaction when I actually do unboxings. I know sometimes people will open up boxes and stuff like beforehand, but I'm like, no, it needs to be real. Like actually he got me a perfume yesterday that I've been wanting to try for like 2 years, and I really was tempted to open it and use it yesterday, but I was like, nope, it's gonna stay there, it's gonna be closed, because when I do this unboxing, it's gonna be real, and it's gonna be my genuine reaction. So I am very true to this. It needs to be like the real deal.
Yeah, she is.
He was like, you're not
very
gonna,
true too.
he was like, you're not gonna smell it. I was like, no, not today. But I did the real one because it's everything.
I thought my Aunt Wilda walked around through the house.
Don't tell Rihanna that.
Rihanna don't smell like my Aunt Wilda. My aunt. But she reminded me of it though.
I think it smells good. I don't know what you're talking about.
It does smell good. I don't think my Aunt Wilda stank enough.
I think there's power in unity. Like,
yeah, I agree.
When we got married, I think like I already had a level of influence. Like whenever I was, especially on Instagram, I would say this on Instagram, because on TikTok it's more about like women's health and stuff, and I have like a large woman following, and I've been implementing like, you know, showing my family and stuff. But I think on Instagram, I think that, you know, internet couples and things like that is like a thing, you know, YouTube, whatever. And I think that once we got married and we got together and we started like, you know, creating businesses together and creating projects and doing all this cool stuff that we've been able to do, I think people started seeing us and they were like, oh wow, like y'all are, you know, now we're getting hit up for different projects. Now, you know, we're doing so many different cool things together. I would argue even more than I've ever done on my own. So I think that once we got together, it kind of created a little bit of a power couple feel a little bit. So I feel like that's when I felt like we started being seen a little bit more once we got married.
On a day-to-day basis, basically what my day consists of is generally looking for a property. You know, I'm trying to find either something to flip or finding prime lots. So when I say a prime lot, I essentially mean a lot that's in a location either that's quickly developing or is already developed, or just having like the type of keen insight or whatever to be able to like see what something could become, you know. And so on a day-to-day, that's basically what I'm looking for. You know, I'm trying to get to the money in the taking the real estate route, and that's pretty much my normal hustle.
So we met at an apartment complex that I used to work at back in the day when I was an apartment leasing agent, and he came in looking for an apartment. He got a little bit more than what he bargained for, and he left with a wife.
And what I think is how we met was I was looking for an apartment one day, and I ran across a leasing agent who wasn't my wife, and the leasing agent attempted to try to sell me on an apartment that I already knew that I wanted to go ahead and buy, well, lease or rent or whatever. And upon going to the apartment complex for like the first time, I ran across Thalia, and I didn't know that, of course, she would be my wife. But we met at the apartment complex, and she had a pretty smooth, indirect game or something like about her, So, yeah, she ran a little game.
I slid in his DMs
I allowed myself to let game be ran on me. So, and then next thing I know, we're here.
Long story short.
I'm Kendrick LeBlanc.
And I'm Thalia LeBlanc.
And this is Scene.
And Judah's barking. He's like, oh, this is Scene.
Me too.